Namaste, Grand Rising. I apologize. I have not done a video in a long time. I can't even remember the last time I did a video. 2019, the end of 2019 was hectic to say the least. Nothing that was too difficult to overcome. I did lose a lost loved one. So rest in peace to my Uncle Scott. But I just had a lot of stuff going on that I needed to wrap up at the end of 2019. So it is now 2020, and I'm feeling in a better space. I'm a little under the weather today, but I did want to check in with you guys. I wanted to make a video with you guys. I got this book. So if you watched my videos before, you know that this is one of my favorite books. I picked this up at the Goodwill. It's called The Language of Letting Go. It is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and read you today's passage, excerpt, whatever you want to call it. And then it does have a little information for us to focus on today. Today we're going to be talking about dealing with painful feelings. I keep looking at myself instead of looking at the camera. So dealing with painful feelings. Feelings of hurt or anger can be some of the most difficult to face. We can feel so vulnerable, frightened, and powerless when these feelings appear. And these feelings may trigger memories of other similar times when we felt powerless. Sometimes, to gain a sense of control, we may punish the people around us, whether they are people we blame for these feelings or innocent bystanders. We may try to get even, or we may manipulate behind people's backs to gain a sense of power over the situation. These actions may give us a temporary feeling of satisfaction, but they only postpone facing our pain. Feeling hurt does not have to be so frightening. We do not have to work so hard to avoid it. While hurt feelings aren't as much fun as feeling happy, they are still just feelings. We can surrender to them, feel them, and go on. That does not mean we have to seek out hurt feelings or dwell unnecessarily on them. Emotional pain does not have to devastate us. We can sit still, feel the pain, figure out if there's something we need to do to take care of ourselves, and then go on with our lives. We do not have to act in haste. We do not have to punish others to get control over our feelings. We can begin sharing our hurt feelings with others. That brings relief and often healing to them and to us. Eventually, we learn the lesson that real power comes from allowing ourselves to be vulnerable enough to feel hurt. Real power comes from knowing we can take care of ourselves even when we feel emotional pain. Real power comes from when we stop holding others responsible for our pain and we take responsibility for our feelings. Today, I will surrender. I'm sorry, I just kept reading. All right, so that was the passage. I'm sorry, I told you I'm under the weather. That was the passage. So that passage really resonated with me. It's funny because I felt like I was in a trance when I was reading that. I'm going to watch this video back just to see how I look and sound. But I caught myself drifting off and thinking about a couple of different things while I was reading. And normally that'll throw me off from reading, but it seemed like I just read everything straight through. But okay, so this passage resonated with me because, you know, we all go through a lot of emotional pain. 2018 was a very emotionally painful year for me. I have a friend, The Darkness, who constantly tells me that I need to dissect my feelings. I need to feel the feelings. I need to understand why the feelings are there. I need to uncover and push past these feelings unless they're going to keep resurfacing. And me not knowing why I feel this way was like one of my main things that I always complained about. And I feel like I am the type of person to dwell unnecessarily in my feelings. I know that I am. I could be feeling down, and instead of drinking some tea or listening to Sade radio or doing some yoga or meditation, which is things, journaling, which are things that I know will help me feel better, instead I would just sit in my pain and just feel my feelings. So there should be a time limit on how long you should feel your feelings. Because I get lost in feeling my feelings to the point where I can't move. I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck in those feelings. And sometimes that stuckness can last for days, weeks, months. And I got things to do. It's 2020. So I resonated with this passage. I hope you guys resonated with this passage. I hope you got something, that you learned something from this passage. There is an affirmation listed. I'm going to read you that. So today, I will surrender to my feelings, even the emotionally painful ones. Instead of acting in haste or attempting to punish someone, I will be vulnerable enough to feel my feelings. All right. So that is what I challenge you with today. I challenge you to feel your feelings. I challenge you not to act in haste, not to take things out on other people, to feel the feelings, to understand why they're there, and then to push past them. So hopefully I will be back tomorrow reading you another excerpt from my favorite book. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, what is today? A wonderful Tuesday and a blessed 2020. Namaste.